Absolute carnage at the Wankhede Stadium yet again, because South Africa have notched up a humongous total of 382 for 5 thanks to Quinton de Kock's third century in this ICC ODI World Cup of 2023. Backed up by Heinrich Klaasen's brilliant 90, South Africa have demonstrated yet again why they are a force to be reckoned with, and why on pitches in Mumbai they are the ultimate batting beast at this point. So, this is how Bangladesh's bowlers were subject to the carnage that ensued at Wankhede. An excellent 174 from Quinton de Kock, backed up by 90 from Heinrich Klaasen, 144 runs in the final 10 overs from 238 for 4 to 382 for 5. It was simply clean hitting and absolutely brilliant hitting from the South Africans after they were restricted kind of in the power play with the losses of Rassie van der Dussen and Reza Hendricks at this point. But Quinton de Kock and Heinrich Klaasen, I mean, the duo are simply magnificent at this point in time for two reasons. One, left hand, right hand, consistency, as well as their ability to power hit, and also the rotation of strike that happened. Quinton de Kock, I mean, what a magnificent ODI World Cup he's having. Prior to this, he didn't have a single century in either 2015 or 2019. Now, in his final ODI series that he's playing, 3 centuries. And with 4 more games, potentially 6 more games to go for South Africa, who knows, maybe he could create 2 records: most centuries in a single edition and also most runs in a single edition by South Africa. And anyways, if you look at it, today he also equaled the mark set by AB de Villiers as well, most centuries by a South African. Prior to this also, Quinton de Kock has shown that why he is one of the best in the business at this point, with those sixes that he hit, with the way how he took apart the Bangladeshi bowlers. On this particular Wankhede strip, there was absolutely no assistance whatsoever for either the pacers or for the spinners. Now, with dew coming in, kind of with the humidity that is there in Mumbai, towards the evening, you will see far more assistance for the pace bowlers indeed. Are we going to see a repeat of England versus South Africa? Maybe, maybe not, because the batting has gone exactly to script if you look at it. So South Africa won the toss, and it was a no-brainer for them when they chose to bat, because Quinton de Kock. What is the difference that we are seeing with Quinton de Kock now as compared to, say, the previous editions wherein he got a start but he never converted them? The sheer determination of Quinton de Kock to ensure that he stays at the crease, scores runs in plentiful, and because of that, he has managed to ensure that he scores big and South Africa also get to a good score. Look at it, 399 for 7 against England, now 382 for 5. Bangladesh 383, the target is for them, but all their bowlers were found wanting today. Even Shakib was found wanting. They tried Mahmudullah also, they tried Hassan Mahmood, Nasu Ahmed. Nothing worked for them. Shariful got the early strike, and he also paid a tribute to a Bollywood superstar in that sense, but that was just about it. That was the amount of happiness of Bangladesh got on a wicket which gave them absolute pain whatsoever. Now, the other thing which is making South Africa very potent at this stage is their death overs. In the England game, we saw them score over 140 runs. Here, they have done the same thing, 130 runs. Plus, if you look at 134 runs. What a way they are ensuring that the last 10 overs is taking the game away from the opposition. I mean, look at Bangladesh. If they had restricted them to under 350, perhaps they could have fancied a chance. Every ball, Klaasen and de Kock were just hitting it into the fence. And forget them. If you got past those two, you had Killer Miller, who hit the biggest 6 of the match with 91 meters. So it is absolute carnage at this point in Wankhede, and South Africa have shown that after the embarrassment that they had against Netherlands, how they have bounced back with a clinical performance against England, 399, and now this particular knock against Bangladesh. Remember, South Africa, if they win, you kind of got your top 3, and then there's a scramble for the 4th spot. But if South Africa lose, then the mid-table scramble in particular for number 3 and number 4, that intensifies in a massive, massive way indeed. So Quinton de Kock, the star with three centuries now, 109, 100, and now 174 of the finest runs that he's hit. He could have overhauled Virendra Sehwag's mark by 2 runs, the highest individual score in a World Cup against Bangladesh, but he just fell 2 runs short of that. So, Quinton de Kock, aggression at the power play. Towards the end, if he stays, he murders the bowling, and in the middle overs, clinical strike rotation. These three factors are what's making Quinton de Kock a really, really aggressive batter and one of the players to watch out for. Remember, he's got assignments even against India. He's going to play New Zealand also, two nations, especially against India, where he's got a good record in India. So that is going to be a very interesting thing indeed. I've got some comments here. Freaking Awesome is like saying, we have been seeing this trend for the past few weeks, even before the beginning of this World Cup. If you provide a very flat wicket to South Africa, they look even more dangerous than India. I mean, true that. I mean, I've seen South Africa when the wickets have been flat, especially in Delhi, especially look at the two games in Mumbai. Is it any coincidence that 600s in this 2023 ODI World Cup have come from South Africa? No. You give them even a true wicket in Lucknow, they managed to score a good total, 300 plus. So that is why South Africa, they have adopted the England template on flat wickets and they are putting immense pressure on the opposition, scoreboard pressure and all that. Deepak R is saying, Bass ball has gone to the dumps. Yep, with England not doing well, they're the bottom. You can say that, but he's saying it's Proteus ball taking over. South Africa sending some serious message to teams. India versus South Africa at Eden Gardens, November 5. Can't wait. Yes, that seems to be the marquee clash now that we are all expecting. After we got past New Zealand, November 5 at the Eden Gardens, King Kohli's birthday that day too. It is going to be a top match. Remember, Eden Gardens not so flat, kind of some assistance to the Pacers, but then you look at it, fantastic match indeed. And if the batting continues in this vein, India's bowlers might be tested in a big way. And if South Africa bat first and notch up a total like this, India's batters also will be under pressure in a big way. So that match on November 5 is going to be something to look forward to. You could have your first thriller essentially on November 5. So South Africa have notched up a brilliant 382. Can Bangladesh chase it down? Very difficult. I don't see them. They might come close, but I don't see them winning at this point. So South Africa would have established your number 3rd spot. After that, you will see the rest of the table scramble for the remaining one spot that is there. Tomorrow it's Australia, Netherlands. That will ensure that perhaps your top 4 might come close to crystallization. So let's see how it goes at this point. But South Africa, masterclass yet again from Quinton de Kock and Heinrich Klaassen. Klaassen in particular, the amount of big hitting that he's doing, it's unprecedented at this time. And he's been doing it ever since Australia. So 1 month, sustained run, excellent effort. Let's see how South Africa's bowlers step up now. Thank you so much, folks, for joining us for this live. We'll be back with more updates on sports today. Tap that bell icon so you know when we go live. And don't forget, we're on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram as well. Don't forget to download the SportsTak mobile app for all the information you need in English and Hindi.